And we're recording. Brilliant. So welcome everybody to tonight's class. We are going to do an introductory to Doterra essential oils class. So I think there is a variety of people on tonight, people that have used our oils and people that haven't. So this class is going right back to the start, and we're going to it's an introductory, literally. We're going to talk about what doTERRA essential oils are, where they come from, and how we can use them to benefit our bodies physically and emotionally. So they are very powerful and can do a lot of good for our bodies, as a lot of you know already. So I'll just tell you a little bit about me and my background quickly. So I've been with doTERRA for 18 months now, but had essential oils in my life all of my life. And I've been through stages of being a child my mum and dad using essential oils on me, and then going into a teenage year and rebelling and thinking, oh no, they can't do anything for me. And then actually, when I was pregnant with my little girl, my mum got into doTERRA essential oils. And as soon as she was born, I had my first proper experience with essential oils. So she was born with severe reflux, and the doctor put her on ranitidine and Gaviscon as a newborn, which as a new mum and a first-time mum, I wasn't too comfortable with. I'm putting all of this synthetic medication into my newborn baby, but went along with it because that's what I was told to do. And then it wasn't until I went to pick up her prescription, her repeat prescription, that the pharmacist said to me, I'm really sorry, but ranitidine has stopped completely. The manufacturers aren't manufacturing it anymore, so your child can't have that medication. I said, okay, well, Gaviscon's not going to help her alone, so, what can we do here? What can help my little girl from being sick after every single feed? They said nothing. And that was the point that I thought, oh my God, nothing, really? So I rang my mum in a state of absolute panic, because I knew that I was going to be in a situation where I had a 4-week baby being sick all the time. And she said, okay, Claire, you need to listen, and what you need to do is use doTERRA's Zengest, which is a blend, and we'll come to that in a little while. So I did, and I rubbed it on her stomach before her feed and after her feed, and her reflux just stopped completely. And I was pretty set back, to be honest, from that. And I thought, wow, if that can have that effect on my little girl, what else can these oils do? They're like magic. Of course, I know they're not magic. So I went and did my research. There's a lot of research on essential oils. You can find a lot of information and scientific research on things like PubMed and a lot of independent websites. And it all came back to the same thing, that essential oils are really powerful for the body because they work in harmony with our body. Unlike synthetic medication, obviously that has side effects, and we all know the side effects of synthetic medication. So naturally, I ended up experimenting on my stepkids and my husband and my dogs and my cleaning and my cooking, and I used essential oils everywhere to find out what these could do, and I was amazed. And from that moment, I haven't been able to stop talking about them and sharing them with everybody that comes into my pathway, to be quite honest. So I decided to make a business of it. And now I am a full-time wellness advocate for doTERRA, and I share oils all day long. I'm in a happy place for it. So here I am again now, sharing them with another lovely group of people. So I hope that you get a lot out of this and can understand why essential oils are so effective. So within this class, we're going to be talking about the 10 core oils that doTERRA do, because doTERRA do between 70 and 80 oils. And if I talked about them, which I could do all night, but I'm not going to, because we literally would be here all night. So we're going to talk about the 10 core oils. And this is doTERRA's answer to your natural medicine cabinet. So the idea is to not completely get rid of synthetic medication, because I truly believe there is a place for it when you need it. But also there are other options that can empower you in reducing the synthetic medications that we use. So I do want to just emphasise that I'm not against medication. I'm not against doctors. I think they're brilliant. But it's all in moderation, isn't it? And if we can empower ourselves and our children and people around us to use natural, then why not? So what is an essential oil? I was really surprised and intrigued to find out that they're actually the immune system of the plant. So just like us, we've got an immune system, plants have also got an immune system, and that works very powerfully because obviously plants are outside in the wild and they have to be really strong and effective to keep those plants alive. So the essential oil can be found in all sorts of places in the plant. It can come from the root or the leaf or the rind. So for example, we have a really lovely oil called wild orange, and the essential oil is actually in the rind of the orange instead of in the flesh, which is wonderful actually, because the flesh is it's acid, so it's acidic. The rind is alkaline, and obviously we want an alkaline diet, so it makes it even more worthwhile for our bodies to be using. And a lot of people, there's a lot of herbalists out there that use herbs for healing powers. A lot of people know that. But essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than the herb itself. So they're really, really powerful compounds. Okay. So why doTERRA? We all know there's a lot of essential oils on the market. There's a lot of essential oils on the market, but there are unfortunately no regulations for essential oils. So anybody could put essential oils in a bottle and claim that they're 100% pure and natural, when actually they've only got a small amount of real essential oil in that bottle, and they can be filled up with dilutions and even at worst chemicals as well, so you're getting all sorts of chemicals. So it's really important when you're using essential oils to make sure they're 100% natural, and when they are, they'll do amazing things to our bodies. And when they are, that means that they're going to be really effective and also cost effective, because they are so potent that you only need the tiniest amount per application. So 1 to 2 drops per application can be all that you need. And sometimes you only ever need 1 application as well, which is fantastic. So there are 2 ways that doTERRA ensure that their oils are the purest oils. The first way is through sourcing them from their natural habitat. So as you can see on this map here, doTERRA have gone to all of these countries where the plants naturally grow, and they've partnered up with the farmers there. So they haven't gone in and just taken their land either. they've gone in, partnered with them, and they give them a fair wage, which is something that I love about doTERRA, is they're helping so many communities around the world as well, because a lot of plants are actually grown in developing countries. So if you have a quick look at this map here, you can see that we're doing a lot of good around the world. And I love that when I smell a bottle, I smell an essential oil straight from the bottle, I can trace back all the way to where it was sourced and harvested and know how many lives that's touched. It's not just helping me, it's helping so many people before me, which is amazing. And then what they do is they test it. So we do in-house testing. doTERRA have a lab in Utah, and they have doctors in there and scientists, and they have researchers. They've got full-time jobs in this lab, and they test every single batch of essential oil that gets put to market. So we as consumers know what we're having, you know, what we're using. And they put a stamp on it. So if you can see on the screen here, it says CPTG, which stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And it's doTERRA's own standardisation. So they're really big on ensuring that what is in the bottle is it. There's nothing been taken out and there's nothing been put into that bottle either, other than the essential oil. So because of that, it means that the essential oils are really very safe, and they can be used on children, like I used the oils on my newborn baby, all the way through life up to the elderly. They can even be used in pregnancy as well, and as I say, on animals. So they are very, very safe and very effective. And again, because of all of these points, they are so potent. And I don't know how many of you have got essential oils from doTERRA already, but if you just open the bottle and smell them, it's a whole different level of essential oil in that bottle. I mean, can anybody that's on here has anybody got an essential oil that they can just vouch? Anybody want to take themselves off mute? Let me know.
Yep, I can.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm joining as well. I've got ylang ylang. I love that at night time.
Oh, lovely. Nice oil.
We use the Aroma Touch oil in our massages. It's beautiful, and the deep blue as well. For people that have got muscle problems and that, massaging with that, they just love it.
Lovely. I love that Aroma Touch.
Yeah.
Gemma's just done the Aroma Touch qualification, actually.
Yeah.
So she's starting her Aroma Touches. So if anybody on here knows Gemma and would like a massage in Northampton, then give her a message. She's well on her way. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Okay, so one thing that I just want to touch on really quickly, but actually quite importantly, is doTERRA's co-impact sourcing. So as I said, when we were looking at the map, they go to developing countries, and actually where possible, they get the oils and partner with the farmers from developing countries. And they do this because they want to give back to these communities. And the work that they have done partnering up with these harvesters is just incredible. So they have managed to build hospitals and schools. They've managed to put education in communities. Again, give the farmers a fair wage, and they're not used to that. That doesn't happen over there. So they've managed to do a hell of a lot, and they continue to do a lot of charity work with developing countries to give them a better life. So I really love that about doTERRA. It's helping so many people. Okay, so it's the natural approach, isn't it? And actually, it's revolutionising the way that people look after themselves, because everybody wants to go natural these days. We now understand synthetics and we understand when it's man-made, our bodies don't actually recognise what's going in there. And that's why we get the side effects. And because our bodies are formed so similarly to plants, our bodies recognise these essential oils. When we take them or we put them on our skin or we smell them, our bodies don't instantly try and kick it out. Our bodies go, okay, yeah, come in, let's work in harmony. And it's amazing. So the other thing that they do is work with our bodies, like I say, in harmony, to get to the root cause of it, which is essential because synthetics don't. They cover up, they sort out the symptoms. They don't work with the body to get to the root cause. So definitely want to think about that. Okay, so we're going to get into the oils and how we can take them now, but I just want to let you all know you're probably not going to remember everything on this webinar tonight, simply because there's too much to remember, but we don't expect you to. So we have, well, firstly, I'll be sending this recording to you so you can watch it however many times you like and refer to it. But also, when you become a member of Doterra, you get this beautiful book, I want to call it, because it is so thick. And they've put this together so that you can use it as a resource. So it has every single oil in here. It has a little description, the main benefits and the uses of every single one, and all of our supplements and all of our blends. So that this you get just by being a member, which is really nice. And then you can also get hold of great books like the Essential Life book, which is fantastic. It's got loads of pictures and it's got loads of recipes and blends, and it's a really good resource. This is my favourite. And then there's another one also called The Modern Essentials. That's a really good book as well, and that's very scientific. So if you're scientifically minded and you need to know the ins and outs of the oils, get that book, because it's very in-depth, which is great. And then we have a lovely oily community, and we have, within our team, we have a lovely Facebook group called the Essential Gifts of the Earth, and that has about 4,500 people on there. So if you have a question, you can post on that and you'll get a lot of responses from oily people that are using it every day. This is in the compliance textbook. These are people's experiences, which is lovely. So go on there, or let me know after if you'd like to join and I can add you in there. It is a secret group, so you can't add yourself. So that's a really good one, and you can search there as well. So if you wanted to search anxiety, for example, you just type it at the top, and then it will come up with all the feeds of anxiety, and you can read it up yourself. So there's lots of learning, there's lots of resources. Okay. So the first way that we can take essential oils is aromatically. So what I really love to do aromatically, which is really easy actually, is to just get, I'm going to get something that I need, peppermint, that's what I need. So you can just get your peppermint or whichever oil you want to use, and you can use yourself as a human diffuser. So I use this for focus quite a lot because I need it. I just literally put one drop in my hand, like so. And remember, they're really potent. You only need one drop. Rub your hands together. And then you can just cup your hands and inhale really deeply, 6 or 7 times. And you're really getting that into your limbic system, and it's clearing your airways straight away. I've only put one drop on and I'm like, whoa, even though I know exactly what happens when you do this. but it really clears your airways. So that's how you can be a human diffuser. The other way is to have an actual diffuser. So doTERRA do 5 or 6 different diffusers. The most common and popular one is called the petal diffuser. And basically you fill it up with water, and then you can put 2 or 3 drops into it and turn it on. And what that does is obviously takes the essential oil all around the room. And there's a lovely blend called On Guard, and we'll talk about that in a little while, but it's the protective blend, and it kills viruses, airborne viruses and bacteria, and it purifies the air. So if you put that in a diffuser, when somebody walks in your house and they have a cold, it's going to kill all of those bugs that are around that person. Really effective. The other thing that you can do on a non-medicinal note is put really lovely smelling oils within your diffuser, and you can completely change the atmosphere of a room just by doing that. And then there's topically. So topically is really simple. You literally put the essential oil where it's needed. So if you have, let's say you have a cut or a burn and you wanted to put some lavender on there, you could dilute it in carrier oil if you have sensitive skin. You need to get to know your skin a little bit, and I'd advise starting on your feet because that is the thickest skin with the biggest pores. So start with your feet and work your way up. I don't have sensitive skin at all, so I just go neat with everything, but you work out what's right for you. And you can just apply it directly to the skin. Again, this lady in this picture, she's obviously just been for a run. And she is applying Deep Blue Rub to her legs for muscle repair. So again, you can just put that straight on. And then there's internally. So when we talk about internal essential oil use, I only recommend doTERRA. And the reason for that is purely because of all of our testing and our sourcing, and we know they're 100% natural. I wouldn't recommend going to a high street somewhere and buying an essential oil that you don't know the background of, because you don't know what's in there, and we're putting that in our bodies. And actually, even putting it on topically can be dangerous, because if you don't know what chemicals are in there, when you put them on topically, they get into your blood system. So be really aware of that when you're using essential oils. So internally, we can use oils in water. Just again, 1 to 2 drops is really effective. And we're going to go through some essential oils that you can put into water and which ones are more effective in water as well. If you don't like the taste of them, doTERRA do little veggie capsules, and you get about 160 for £3 something. I think it's £3.80 or something. You get 160 of them, and you just literally open them up, and you can drop whichever oils you like in there, close it, and take it like a little capsule. So that's a really good way of getting the oils into your system. The other thing you can do is just drop it under your tongue. So frankincense, and we'll come to that later, I use that as a preventative for illness. Every morning I'll just drop it on my tongue and get going. So really simple, really quick, really easy, really effective. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on that before I move on? Okay, perfect. Okay, so a couple of safety notes. The essential oils are really, really safe, but like anything, you have to respect them, and you have to be a little bit careful, as you would with anything else. So one of the biggest things is do not put them in your eyes or in your ears or up your nose. Ears, You can put them around your ears for an earache. You could put them like around the back of here. You could even put them on a cotton bud and put the cotton bud in your ear. Just place it over the top. But don't drop oils down into your ears because it just won't be effective. It's not a good way to apply oils. And then dilution. Until you know your skin, dilute. That's what we say. As soon as you know what your skin, the worst that could ever happen is a little red mark. And you can take that red mark away by applying the carrier oil afterwards. We recommend fractionated coconut oil, which Doterra do, which is a really nice one. Actually, I use it just as a moisturiser in the morning. I will put a couple of drops of coconut oil in my hand and 1 drop of frankincense, and I'll use that as a moisturiser because frankincense is anti-aging, and I'm coming up to 30, so I'm starting to use it. I can see you laughing, Deb. Okay, so that is the safety. The other one thing to mention is citrus oils can all be affected quite badly with UV. They've got UV sensitivity. So if you are going to be in the sun, not likely in the UK, although last summer was amazing. If you are going to be in the sun, I suggest a 12-hour break from citrus oil on the skin because it could make you burn. Okay. So I am going to start straight off with peppermint because it is one of my favourite oils. So peppermint for me is fantastic for headaches. I use it for headaches a lot, and I'll literally just put 1 drop onto my fingers. Again, dilute if you have sensitive skin, but just 1 drop, and then I'll just rub it here, and I'll also put it around the back of my neck as well. And 9 times out of 10, it will instantly get rid of a headache, which is amazing. You can also drink peppermint. So peppermint, 1 drop of peppermint is worth 28 peppermint teas. So you'd have to drink 28 peppermint teas to get the equivalent of the equivalent benefits of 1 drop. So it just makes sense just to have the 1 drop of peppermint, because there's no way you're going to be drinking 28 peppermint teas anytime soon. So peppermint's really great for the digestive system. It's also really good for muscular tension as well. Brings down a temperature like nothing I've ever known before. In fact, when my little girl has a temperature, I will literally just put 1 drop up her spine and it will bring down her temperature. If she's really bad, I will also put 1 drop onto her feet as well. And that brings down the temperature quite a lot. Really great for heartburn. My husband suffers quite badly with diverticulitis, and as a result of that, he gets quite bad heartburn as well. So he uses that quite a lot. The other thing that it's great for is all of your digestive system, and there's a lot of research on IBS with peppermint as well. So these like multiply up. It's like 1 bottle can do so many different things, and you'll realise that the more that I talk, it's like 1 bottle can do this and that and something else, which is brilliant because I know if I'm going out for the day, I can just take my peppermint instead of paracetamol, Gaviscon, and all these different things. I know that this will help me in so many different ways. I also use it for my stepchildren. So one's in year 7 and one is in year 10, and they have quite a lot of homework actually. So when they get home, it's really nice to put peppermint in the diffuser because it helps with focus, and wild orange. So wild orange is obviously a citrus oil. All citrus oils are happy oils, but wild orange particularly is it's not a stimulant, So it's going to make them happy, but it's not going to make them hyper. I don't want hyper teenagers at 6 o'clock in the evening, but I do want them to do their homework. So that's a really nice blend for happiness and focusing. So that's peppermint. Yeah, so like I say, 28 cups of peppermint tea to 1 drop. So lavender, everybody knows about lavender, don't they? Even if they're not an essential oil person. But lavender in its pure form is so effective, and it is all things calming. So a lot of people just associate lavender with sleep, but also it's fantastic for anxiety. Don't underestimate the humble lavender. You can just put 1 drop in your hand and take a couple of seconds out, smell it, inhale it, let it affect you, your chemistry and your limbic system. It's really, really effective. It can be put into the diffuser at night time. I put it into my little girl's diffuser in her bedroom to help her sleep at night. But also it's really good for burns or skin irritations. If you have any like bites, any insect bites or mozzie bites, if you're on holiday, lavender's brilliant for calming that down. Okay. And then lemon's a beautiful oil, and actually in the essential oil it tastes different to if you slice up a lemon and put it into your drink. And a lot of people do that to go on a detox, don't they, or a cleanse first thing in the morning. A lot of people do that as well. But as I said right at the start of this, we get the immune system comes from the rind. So that means that we are getting alkaline and it's not acidic, which is brilliant. That's why it tastes different. But it is a very, very powerful detoxer for our bodies. So it's well worth drinking a cooled down cup of water in the morning and letting the water get into your organs first thing, because it's going to cleanse your body. And also it uplifts your mood. So that's another great reason to do it in the morning. I used to be on coffee first thing in the morning. I never used to function until I had one. But with lemon, I find that it picks me up, it wakes me up, but I stay there as well. Whereas with coffee, I have that blip, or I have a bit of anxiety with coffee as well. So it also helps to support immune system, your whole immune system. So just putting lemon into your daily habits is going to be great to keep you healthy. But it's antiseptic as well, and it's antibacterial. So you can use it to clean your home. So I have glass bottles and I fill them up with water, and I put 10 to 15 drops of lemon into that spray bottle, and I spray my house with it. Also, it uplifts me at the same time, rather than feeling like, oh, I've got to do the cleaning. I don't want to. I'm loving the smell. So lemon's a really nice one. Also, just to mention, the 3 that I've just talked about, so the peppermint, lavender and lemon, is doTERRA's answer to your antihistamines. So for any allergy, hay fever, if you're allergic to cats, for example, then you can use those 3 combined. And I would suggest sort of 1 to 2 drops in water of each and just drink it. You could also make a little roller ball up with fractionated coconut oil and those 3 oils, and you can just put it on your pulse points and smell that all day long, and it's really going to help clear your airways and become an antihistamine. And it's a great one for anybody on here that's doing the business. It's a fantastic one to talk to people about, because so many people suffer with hay fever this time of year, and apparently it's coming early this year as well. So deep blue. So Sarah said a little while ago, deep blue, she does muscular massages with, and it is fantastic for repair of the muscles. So if anybody does any training or has tight muscles, joint pain, deep blue is the one to use. Now, I must say on this one, it has a child cap lock, like top, and that's because you can't take this one internally, whereas you can take the other ones internally. The blend that Doterra have put together has wintergreen in it, and they advise not to take that internally. So there's just a reminder for you. And if you look at the bottom of this page on your screens, you can see there's just a T here, which means topical only. So the other thing that it helps with, it's amazing, is migraines. So a lot of people get relief from migraines by using deep blue. So again, a couple of drops and rub into the back of your neck or where that migraine's coming from. It might be up here. Just rub it in as soon as you feel that migraine come in, and people with migraines know when they're coming, don't they? So yeah, that's a really great use. Helps with your healthy circulation as well. So if you do a job and you stand up all day, or you do a job and you sit down all day and you don't have good circulation, deep blue is a really good one just to massage into your legs in the evening. And that's that one. So internally, we've talked about drinking oils, drinking lemon, for example, because it's nice. But there is a few oils that you would take for medicinal reasons, and some people think they don't taste as good. I still think that they're fine. But if you don't like the taste, like I say, you can take them in those little capsules so you can't taste them. But the reason that you want to get things like On Guard into your system is so that they can get into your cells. Essential oils can all pass through the membrane of the cell, which synthetic medication can't, because they're water-based. So, you know, when you go to the doctors with a virus and they say to you, sorry, you've got a virus, you've got to go home and drink water and rest, and you think, oh, I'm really ill, there must be something you can give me, and they just send you away. It's because these antibiotics can't get to the virus anyway, so you would just be taking them for no reason. So On Guard, which is our protective blend, if you take that, it can get through, well, all essential oils can get through the membrane, but this particular blend has been put together to get through it and kill the viruses within them. So it's really quite powerful. If ever there's a cold going around in the house, if the kids have picked one up at school, for example, I will take a couple of drops of this in water, probably every 2 hours, just for a 24-hour period, because it boosts your immune system. And then, like for children, if there's a cold going around, or if Charlotte's gone to her daycare, I'll rub it into the soles of her feet, because by doing that, that also gets straight into her blood system as well. So it's just as effective. It can get into the cells that way. So yeah, it kills the viruses, can kill bacteria, and it will only target bad bacteria as well, which is lovely, because that doesn't tend to happen with synthetics either. They just go for all bacterias. So that's really great. And this also promotes healthy circulation. It smells delicious. It smells like Christmas. Anybody smelt it before, it smells like Christmas, and it has clove and cinnamon and wild orange in there. Yeah, so that's really nice. And I actually like the taste of this, so I will have it in hot water of an evening instead of like maybe a chamomile tea or something, or a peppermint tea. I might have this instead in a cool down glass of water, which is nice. Oh, one other thing on here with this, that's happened to me recently, is my stepson, had mouth ulcers, and I think it's brought on by stress because he's doing his mock GCSEs at the moment. And before my oil world, there was nothing that we do to get rid of them, actually. He just got them and he had to live with them until they decided to leave his body, because anything from the chemist didn't work, and actually he'd been to the doctors and got prescribed medication and it still didn't work. But on guard, he just literally puts one drop onto his finger like this, I'll show you. So he gets the bottle and he'll tip it up like this. So it's probably not even one drop, he just gets the residue from that. And he'll literally just do this on there. And he does it every sort of 2 to 3 hours, and they're gone within a couple of days. So it's really effective. And anything in your mouth, actually, if you've got any sort of infection or any cuts, On Guard's a really good one to go to. Just dilute it because of the clove. That's quite a hot oil. Okay. So Melaleuca. So everybody has heard of tea tree, I believe. Melaleuca is tea tree, but tea tree is the common name, and it comes from a Melaleuca plant. So Doterra, rightfully so, has given it its proper name. So Melaleuca is Doterra's first aid oil, I'd say. So it's anti-everything, antiseptic, antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. You could use this in your cleaning as well, to get all the bugs and bacteria in your house killed. Melaleuca is a really great one for that. It's really good for your skin, any cuts or burns or skin irritations. And if you put a couple of drops in your shampoo, if you've got dandruff, that can work really, really well. Definitely acne. I would go to Melaleuca for any acne or spots or sore throats as well. So if I had a sore throat, I would start by gargling the Melaleuca. So just gargle it and then swallow it, because we can take these internally. Again, if you have a look on the screen below, it's got an A, a T and an I. So that means you can take it aromatically, topically or internally. So I'd gargle with it and swallow it. For the children, I'd just rub it with a carrier oil and rub it into their throat for a sore throat. And then if you mix Melaleuca and oregano, that's like the bad boy oil, really. Combine them two. So if a sore throat turns into like glandular fever or tonsillitis or something, you could mix these two and they become really, really powerful together. So just a note on oregano, it doesn't taste great. I will warn you now. So I would rub oregano on my throat and I would take it in a capsule. It is probably one of the only essential oils that I would say don't drink. Don't drink, it doesn't taste the best. But it's so powerful. It is nature's strongest antibiotic. So for anything that you need antibiotics for, you can take oregano. So my sister not long ago had an infection in her tooth and she had to go to the dentist, and her dentist prescribed her with antibiotics. And she came out, she rang me, she went, "I'm not taking them. I'm going to just take oregano and see what happens. And if nothing happens, I'll take them afterwards. I said, all right, Jem, you do that. Let me know how you get on. 2 days later, she was fine. Pain had gone, everything had gone. And I got, told you so. I didn't say you didn't. But it's so powerful, really powerful. And then oregano can be used for your immune system as well. And on children, again, just rubbing that on their feet is powerful to get into their blood system and kill those viruses, kill those bacteria, and have a healthy body. Oregano is one definitely not to be underestimated. If you're using it in cooking, this is the other note, it's very potent. You need like a cocktail stick worth and mix that into your dish rather than a whole drop, because one drop will ruin it because it's so potent. Okay, Zengest. Just to let you know, you might notice the bottle says Digest Zen and the title says Zengest. We've recently changed the name. So it is now Zengest, and if you're looking it up on the website or anything, it will come up as Zengest. But this is the digestive support oil blend, and it has all tummy tamers. It's beautiful. It has fennel and ginger and caraway and aniseed in there. So it's a really effective oil for your digestive system. So like what I did with Charlotte when she was a newborn, just rubbed it into her tummy. You can do that with children. With adults, you can just drink it in a glass of water. So if you like the taste, put a couple of drops into a large glass of water is fine, and just enjoy the taste of it. If you don't, just put like a shot glass amount in, put 1 or 2 drops in and just down it, and then you can chase it with more water if you want to. So this one's really great for any stomach upset. It's really good for motion sickness as well. So anybody that gets car sickness, it's brilliant. My husband, I told you earlier that he has diverticulitis. He takes 2 drops of this in the morning, every morning. And that really helps to calm his stomach. It will help with constipation or diarrhea. Anything in that sort of area would be great for you, and IBS. So yeah, your whole digestive tract, this will support. So frankincense. So frankincense is the king of all oils. And they say, if in doubt, use frankincense because it has such a variety of uses. But it's particularly good for healthy cellular function. So I use this as a preventative because I want to keep my cells healthy. If you have healthy cells, you have a healthy body. So frankincense once a day. Dr. Hill, who is one of our founders, obviously is a doctor by his name, he says everybody, no matter who they are and what they're doing, they should take 1 drop of frankincense a day at least. So really great for your cells. And have a look online about that as well, because there's a lot of information in regards to cellular health and frankincense, and it's really quite interesting. There's actually more research now on frankincense, scientific research on frankincense than penicillin, which is just incredible. So much. So frankincense can also be used to soothe cuts and scrapes and burns, as well as lavender and melaleuca. Can be used brilliantly for calming, so lovely for people with depression or anxiety. It's a really calming and grounding oil. It comes from a tree, so very grounding. Has brilliant anti-inflammatory properties. So just by taking that internally, obviously we know a lot of illnesses and conditions come from inflammation within the body. So if we can decrease that, it's really going to help your body and support it to be healthy. Frankincense is good for brain fog and brain function as well. So my mum has MS and she takes frankincense every single day, and it actually can go through the blood-brain barrier. So it can get to her brain, and obviously MS is all in the brain. And she hasn't had a relapse for 2 years, and she has used frankincense and the LLV that I'm going to talk to you about in just a little while. So that's really great. And like I said earlier, it's really good for aging, so you can use it on our face and glow. So yeah. The other thing that frankincense does do, which you might like to know, is increases other oils by 10 times. So if you put frankincense, if you combine frankincense with any other oil, it will increase the power of that oil by 10 times. So it's a really good one to blend. Okay. So then there is air, and this is the last out of the 10 core oils that doTERRA do. So air is the respiratory support blend. It says breathe there, I know, but they've just changed the name again. So please don't get confused or let me confuse you. It is called air. So this one's really great if you've got a cold or you feel a bit stuffed up, or you just need your airways clearing. It's really great to just put on your hands again and use yourself as a diffuser, human diffuser, and just smell that, and it will just go all the way through your system. You're right, Sarah.
Can I just double check for a second? Did you say breathe is the same as air?
Yeah.
Air is breathe.
Air is breathe. So the new name is air. So if you search it online, like on the website, it's air.
Lovely, thanks.
Sorry. That's all right. And really great for sinuses as well. So you could just put 1 drop, and I wouldn't recommend any more than 1 drop. Just put 1 drop here on your sinuses and up here, and it will really relieve the pain of them sinuses. If anybody's got painful sinuses, it's the worst, isn't it? It's horrible. And then one other thing that you might be grateful to hear, it's amazing for snoring. So if anybody has snoring partners, or if they snore and it drives them mad, put some air into the diffuser at night time. What it also does, when you breathe deeper, it allows you to sleep better, and it allows you to relax more. So having this and it getting into your lungs is a great way to sleep really peacefully. It helps children and adults actually with asthma. I know particularly of a little boy he was on steroids for asthma, and he come off within 9 months just by rubbing it on his chest morning and night. And he was under a specialist and all sorts, and it's just terrible for a 2-year-old to be on steroids, right? So they tried to find an alternative, and he was able to come off of the steroids after 9 months, which is just phenomenal. So that's a brilliant one. So I've just got 2 other oils to talk about in addition, because I don't feel like I can do an introductory class without talking about them, because they're my favourite. Everyone's my favourite, actually. I can't help it. So Serenity is an amazing blend that doTERRA have put together, and it's the restful blend. So I use lavender first, and if I'm really not relaxed, Serenity will be the next one to go to, and it will just get me to sleep instantly. On one of my advocates actually that's in my team, Lizanna, I think she's on, and that's one of her. Are you still on, Lizanna?
Yeah.
Could you just tell your little story about your time in the Serenity?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
I used it on my 2 children first. One's 6, one's 2. And then the husband said, "Oh, I'll have a try." So I rubbed it on his feet. Within 10 minutes, the 2 babies were sleeping. Within 24 minutes, Tom was asleep, and he's like a 32-year-old man, and he was asleep. And we actually just got talking tonight, and I said to Tom, "Do you know what? The baby hasn't been in our bed since I've been putting the oils on her feet, and it's because she's been sleeping all the way through the night. She's not been getting up in the night, and she's a lot happier because she's had a decent sleep as well."
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought that was brilliant. I love it. You timed it.
Well, I thought I've got to know how to take.
Yeah, you timed the amount of time until you could get some peace, didn't you? How long is it going to take? Okay, so brilliant for sleeping and really great for relaxation as well, not just sleep. If I smell that Serenity, it will just help that tension go away. So that's a really powerful blend. And the other one that I can't go without talking about is Balance. Now, I don't know how many of you have used Balance before, but it's a blend that Doterra have put together for grounding. And if you don't know me, I suffer quite badly with anxiety, or did before Doterra. So Balance is one that I go to less now because I feel so much less anxious. But at the start of my Doterra journey, it was sort of like every couple of hours I had Balance in my hand. It just relieves all those feelings, all those thoughts that go around in your head constantly. It just takes them away and helps balance your mind and that chemistry in your mind to reduce those feelings. You don't really know how powerful that one is until you smell it, until you take a minute out of your day and just
Claire,
put it on you. Yes, Sue.
I've been using Balance to actually sleep for about 2 months now, and I've never ever slept so well in my life.
Brilliant.
I've been using that probably for about 2 months, and I really have been sleeping well. So I didn't go to.
When I first met you, Sue, you were really struggling with sleep.
That's right. And now I sleep like a log.
Amazing.
I use that every single night.
Brilliant. I
Just
love
thought I'd add that.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, perfect. So they're your oils. Just really quickly want to touch on the supplements that Doterra do. If anybody takes supplements, you'll know that it's really hard to find a decent supplement because they don't get the ratios right. They don't absorb within our bodies. Now, I promise you, Doterra have got this right. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on these products. You buy them as a pack because they work together in synergy together, so you need to take them as a pack like that. But they are your health baseline, and I started taking them again because of my anxiety, and I don't feel it anymore because of these. If I remember when I first started with Doterra, I'd been on these probably 2-3 months, and I went on holiday and I didn't take them because I thought, oh, I won't need them for a week, it'll be okay. Oh my God, I was wrong. I forgot how I felt before them. And it wasn't that they changed me in any way, it's just that I went back to not feeling like on top with energy. The energy they give you is incredible. They just balance everything in your body out. they're 12 of your fruit and vegetables a day. So we just don't, in this day and age, we just don't get the nutrition that we need from our food. So it's really important that we supplement now because of the soil and how things are produced. No matter how well you eat, we just can't get their nutrients from food. And omegas, these have omegas in as well, and our bodies don't actually produce omegas. We have to get that from our food as well. So we don't get enough of that. So supplementing really helps the body. And I can't recommend these enough for, even for things like your digestive system, your mindset. I know people that have come off of antidepressants from being on these supplements. And again, just to remind you, they give you your money back, even if you take every single one. If you decide they're not for you, they give them back. So you really don't have anything to lose. And they are full of essential oils. So not only are you getting your essential oils when you take them purposely, you're getting essential oils within your body through taking the Lifelong Vitality Supplement Pack. Okay, so Doterra offer 3 ways that you can purchase oils, and we do a lot of education. So if you want to come back and learn more, you can. That's absolutely fine. But if you think, do you know, I want to get on now, I want these oils in my life, and I promise you won't regret it. But if you're there, this is how you can purchase them. So there's 3 ways. The first is retail. The second is wholesale, and you have to pay for a wholesale account at £24 a year for the first year, and you get 25% off of everything for that year. You also get a consultation through an advocate, so even myself or whoever introduced you to the oils, and you get put into all of our oily groups as well on Facebook and all of our resources. So there's a lot of community that comes with your membership. You would, as a membership wholesale account, you would also get like offers of products of the month and things that corporate do. So it's well worth £24. And then the third way to get started is by starter kits. And within that, your membership is paid for, so it's free. So you don't have to get a membership. It comes for free with the starter kits. And you guys can take a picture of this or a screenshot. But these are the oils, the like starter packs that are recommended. To start with, there's the Family Essentials. So that has all 10 oils that we've spoken about tonight in 5ml bottles. So the 5ml bottles hold 80 drops of essential oil. And then it goes to the Home Essentials kit. This is the most popular one because it comes with a free diffuser. It's the petal diffuser that you can see there. It comes with the top 10 oils, and they are 50ml bottles, which have 240 drops in there. So you get triple the amount of oil for only double the price. So that's a really cost-effective way to start your oil journey. And that is basically your medical cupboard then. You don't need anything else. That's amazing. And then if you want to go one step further, there is the Natural Solutions kit, which is an incredible kit if you want to go toxins free in your home. So within that, you get the 10 top oils, and then you get the supplements. You get the big diffuser, which is a 10-hour diffuser. It's lovely. It's the one that I've got in my kitchen. And then you get hand soap and toothpaste and some probiotics, Deep Blue, and some shampoo and conditioner, which is lovely. So and then some other little products as well in there. So that is one if you want to hit the ground running, really. Okay, and then just to finish, I just want to say that there is obviously a business opportunity within this as well. I have been doing it, like I say, for 18 months and absolutely love it. I meet new people every day. I meet people that want to help other people, and it's all about community. And I make money doing it, which is just fantastic. So if you are interested in that, then have a chat with me, contact me. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Contact me. You can contact me on Facebook. Or whoever introduced you to this call. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the recording, and then if anybody's got any questions, feel free to come on.